Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and welcome back to another Deca Tuesday. Today, we're going to be reacting to Silverline. This was suggested by Alden Leaston, so thank you, Alden, for the suggestion. Keep 'em coming in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos like this every single Tuesday. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's see what Deca got to say. Let's see what Silverline is all about. Let's get it.
Yeah, it's clear
Really,
on.
I really like this intro. It's a little bit quieter than typical, but that like percolating, watery, bubbly sound has a really nice feeling to it. You don't really hear stuff like that often.
Yeah, it's clear on all sides. We all fall and rise. I try to lend an ear, but all I hear is false pride. So I've been on the outside looking in, and I've been thinking about the past and what could have been. I'm clear on
Yeah,
all.
that was great. Having that intro start a little bit quieter. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Then the drop hits so much harder because the difference, the dynamic range there is just so much wider than typical. Wonderful. Let's see where it goes.
I try to lend an ear, but all I hear is false pride. So I've been on the outside looking in, and I've been thinking about the past and what could have been. I'm clear on all sides. We all fall.
Looking in, could have been. That's cool, man. Nice little bend there. Not too far off of a bend.
Clear on all sides, we all fall and rise. I try to lend an ear, but all I hear is false pride. So I've been at the shooting range, killing time, and I've been cloud gazing, looking for a silver line. Today was like the first.
This is a really interesting instrumental because we're get this like great like guitar line or whatever it is exactly up in the top providing us our melody, but there are these like foley sounds that are coming into play here where it's like or like just different little bits and bobs that are kind of popping in almost like instrumental ad libs in a way, and they work really well at kind of just like bridging these little gaps, adding this tiny little bit of extra intrigue and pushing forward with the instrumental. Great delivery from Deca. Nice, definitive, confident, laying it down straight exactly where it needs to be. Let's keep it rolling.
Gazing, looking for a silver line. Today was like the first day. Let there be light side of life. They divided night like Mr. Mojo rising to his height. See, it started with the
Interesting, like let there be light side of life, kind of taking that phrase and then extending it. That works well. Again, a lot of biblical references in Deca. And if you're curious, my EP dabbed, there's a track called Wrath on there. I'm almost done mixing all of it. And there's a lot of biblical references in that track as well.
rising to his height. See, it started with the bang. A solitary sunspot, a strange word echoed through the void like a gunshot. One drop of blood became a pomegranate seed, grew into a tree with forbidden fruit for me and Eve. The landlord took his keys and
That's cool. So he's taking the pomegranate, really of Greek mythology, and then kind of conflating it with the apple in the Garden of Eden, and then making, Deca and Eve instead of Adam and Eve. That's a really cool way to bend it. The drop of blood turns to a pomegranate seed. I think it was Demeter's daughter. Maybe it was Persephone, if I remember correctly, became Hades' wife because she ate a pomegranate seed, or more so, she became like a prisoner in Hades. But regardless, let's keep it going.
the seed, grew into a tree with forbidden fruit for me and Eve. The landlord took his keys and kicked us out the garden, so we moved to New York and got a 2-bedroom apartment. But life seems
That's funny. The landlord kicked us out of the garden, like make God the landlord. Now they living in an apartment. Really cool, like bridging the gap, kind of bringing the biblical references into the real world in a much more relatable way, and showing kind of like peeling back the metaphor for a second rather than digging it deeper.
bedroom apartment, but life seems mundane, and I'm to blame, so I don't have the right to complain. I'm spin cycling, dark angels knock on our door, and I invite them in to bring to light the things I've suppressed and help me write again. I could plant a seed and tear it out the ground and kill it before it grows, like Sheriff John Brown. Staring the blank page for days, block days off, parade around my place, lost in thought till it pays off, until the pain's
beautiful. And I love how quickly he's moving through the rhyme schemes. It's interesting, especially like, when you first start getting into music and for me, really getting into rapping and everything, and you start trying to think about everything in fours, because that's just what our brains are programmed to. So then it's always intriguing to me when you find artists who can so smoothly transition after rhyming 3 times in a row, then rhyme 2 times, then rhyme 4 times, and then come back to all these different numbers. And the way you can make those schemes odd, but they still fit so well.
Parade around my place, lost in thought till it pays off, until the pain stops, until the raindrops turn to pomegranate seeds. Point me in the right direction, the name is Squeeze. The shot that echoed through the void's what created me. I'm clear on all sides, we all fall and rise. I try to lend an ear, but all I hear.
Yeah, and great movement of the energy, pulling back that melody, letting the beat chill out for a second, even having Deca's inflection come down and kind of imply that there's a break, a little bit of a rest coming, and then boom, jump right back in. We get another drop. Really works well. The I don't know what you would call it. Maybe I'll think of a word as we listen to more.
I'm clear on all sides, we all fall and rise. I try to lend an ear, but all I hear is false pride. So I've been on the outside looking in, and I've been thinking about the past and what could have been. I'm clear on all sides, we all fall and rise. I try to lend an ear, but all I hear is false pride. So I've been at the shooting range killing time, and I've been
fall and rise to false pride. Again, we're coming back to one of those times where the hook kind of got snuck in just as the beginning of the track, and then it comes back for that repetition, and that reincorporation of those concepts really creates cohesion across the track. Really a satisfying moment, especially here when we came in off of that downward, that quieter inflection, and then punch, and it's right back to it. Beautifully done.
Gazing, looking for a silver line. Today's the day I finish what I started. Put the final touches on it. Take the false bravado, replace it with something honest. I'm in the lab, trying to figure out my brain chemistry, with good and evil on either side of me like parentheses. I keep my
Oh, man. Good and evil on either side of me like parentheses. Thinking about like the angle, the angel and the devil on the shoulder. Parentheses around the word. Love it, man. Some great imagery, the descriptions, really like giving you these relatable concepts, these familiar concepts, so you can draw an even more vivid picture from it.
Good and evil on either side of me like parentheses. I keep my dogma on a short leash as ravenous. I feed it Cain's offspring and Bible passages. My little hellhounds accusing me of sacrilege. But let's get back to rapping about money, murder, and avarice.
Damn, passages to sacrilege? That is great. I would have never thought to combine those words, but the end matches perfectly, and the amount of syllables in the word matches perfectly. That is amazing. By the way, clean mix, everything sounds great. It's all balanced. I haven't noticed anything too crazy as far as like reverb or delay or anything else goes. The drum kit, nice structure. It's not doing anything crazy, but it's clean. It's solid. It's given a good foundation for the rest of the track to build on. But that melody up in the top really is the driving force beyond Deca in the drums.
Let's get back to rapping about money, murder, and avarice. Abel got murdered, Judas took the loot. Deca got a stomach virus from eating forbidden fruit. I was duped by a tapeworm, accused of high treason, given the moral code and taught to apply reason. But I don't listen well, and mindless obedience is like a prison cell. A living hell, sinners cast stones at the old shadow.
I like that, man. All these things he was told to do, but I don't listen well. I get that, man. My mom's always made fun of me because I only learn shit the hard way. It's the only way things make sense to me is just actual experience. But nah, wonderful, wonderful bars. Again, continuing the biblical references, talking about Cain, talking about Abel, talking about so many different things going on here. But it seems like there's definitely a theme of some type of like internal struggle that's also being seen in the external world. Interesting.
But I don't listen well, and mindless obedience is like a prison cell. I live in hell, sinners cast stones at the old shattered bag of bones in the catacombs where I walk a crooked path alone.
Ah.
Everything we do is music.
I'm clear on all sides. We all
Bro, hold up. We got to bring it back to right before that because that like catacombs, bag of bones. Hold up.
shattered bag of bones in the
A little bit further.
mindless obedience is like a prison cell. I live in hell, sinners cast stones at the old shattered bag of bones in the catacombs where I walk a crooked path alone.
Oh, God.
Everything we do is music.
I'm clear on all sides. We all fall and rise. I try to let it hear, but all I hear is false pride. So I've been on the outside looking in, and I've been thinking about the past and what could have been. I'm clear on all sides. We all fall and rise. I try to let
Beautiful pacing on this track, man. This is one of Deca's longer tracks, at least as far as what I've seen. About 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Great choice to have those breaks in it, especially here when we're nearing the end of the track, to really leave some open space. Because so far we've had those little breaks, but they always kind of just jump right back in. Now we finally really got something open, just a little bit of silence, and that impact that comes from the bag of bones, cast a stone, all alone, whatever it is exactly that he said. Then just the silence and then back into that hook and the impact that especially comes when he kind of like whispers the first three words and then sighed. And then, oh, killer, man. This is crazy.
in the ear, but all I hear is false pride. So I've been at the shooting range killing time, and I've been cloud gazing looking for a silver line. Today was like the last day.
Oh, that I haven't really caught that bar yet. Cloud gazing, looking for a silver line. The silver lining on the clouds, looking for the bright part in the bad day. Maybe that's what this is really all about. The good and the bad coming together, even.
Today was like the last day. We masquerade around backstage, half crazed with skulls like Fabergé eggs. When I crack the yoke breaks and light cascades, I think the world came to life that way. I heard the end is like the new beginning.
Hold up. Hold up. When I break the yoke, light cascades, I think the world came to life that way.
Fabergé eggs. When I crack the yoke breaks and light cascades, I think the world came to life that way. I heard the end is like a new beginning. The curtains rise like a red tide. The devil's hanging by a politician's necktie. We all fall and rise.
Damn.
The stage comes alive.
Devil's hanging by a politician's necktie. I mean, shit, screw like how everything fits together. Just these one-liners in their own right are dirty, bruh. And this sample of this like like the humming is such a nice and fresh change. Really, really working well. It like thins out the instrumental because now we're losing like that chord feeling of whatever stringed instrument guitar we had throughout this track. But really just a beautiful progression here.
The stage comes alive, the veil drops and she's standing on the other side. Act 2 is the summer of 9/7, when I figured out you gotta go through hell to find heaven, but point me in the right direction. I was somewhere in the darkest depths when she dragged me out of my depression. There's no better time than now, I've been gone a while, drifting on a cloud, daydreaming at the domicile. Through pupils like two black suns, I saw her smile. She pulled it.
Beautiful. The bass line, I really love the feel of that, like the do-do-do-do. Like very bouncy, but also like very square as well. It's not like super syncopated. And I'm realizing something finally now that the levels are maintaining at like a little bit of a lower level and the drums are coming through a little bit clearer. It feels like we got the hi-hat panned to the right side and the snare panned to the left side, and it really creates a nice balance. I'm normally kind of against like super hard panning with the drums or just any pieces of the instrumental that are consistent because it can really start to feel like you're getting pulled one way or the other. But it really creates a nice balance there. I love the feel of this.
Demon out of my head like God's child.
Holy crap. Is that it? I don't know. We got a little bit of extra silence here, but it looks like that's it. Bro, that was insane. That is definitely making it into the playlist. That was Silverline by Deca. Thank you again to Alden Leaston for the suggestion. I love that. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang. Keep those suggestions coming in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more videos like this. Check out the link tree in the description, especially the Buy Me a Coffee if you're curious about my EP Dabda, and I will see you all next time.